Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Dana from the Run, Eat, Drink podcast here at runeatdrink.net. Welcome. This was supposed to be week one, day one of the Couch to 10K program. And here I am sitting in the studio all by myself. Why, may you ask? Am I doing that? Well, the answer is pretty simple. Mother Nature. It would appear that as I was literally getting home and getting dressed, and it was sunny outside on this side of the house, on that side of the house, the apocalypse was coming. I literally looked out the window and it was black as night. And I thought, oh, is this coming this way? Of course it was coming this way. I had a plan to do something outside. I see people are jumping into the chat. Please drop in, say hi, tell me who you are, where you're from. Um, I had grandiose plans to do some running today, but you know what? I figured at the very least, what we could do is call this day zero, and hopefully we'll get a chance to start over, and I can get week one, day one in tomorrow for everybody who might be interested in the Couch to 10K program. Hey, Dan from the Cape Coral Running Group. Hello. And Rhonda Lee making this international and oh so classy. Thank you. Mother Nature did not cooperate. It was sunny and hot here all day long, right up until the point where I decided it was going to be a run day and headed home. So I also get home and I'm figuring out, okay, so is this going to pass? Am I going to have enough time? Maybe this will blow over. No, that's not happening either. The lightning alerts are going off here, and we actually just had somebody up the road get struck by lightning and killed last week. So sadly, that is one of those things when Mother Nature factors in. I actually take very seriously is lightning. So, um, but again, this gives us an opportunity to talk a little bit about what we're doing and what the goal is and kind of what the plan is going to be going forward. So, if you've been around for a little bit, you have probably or you may have caught some of the other live streams that I did during the weeks leading up to Father's Day. And for the 7 weeks leading up to Father's Day, I was doing the Galloway Easy 5K program, and that is taken straight from the Lolo Fit app. Wendell, hello. How are you? Long time no see, my friend. I am actually I'm flying solo here. Amy is on her way home from work. So I figured I'd get my run in before she got home, and well, that's not going to happen. So maybe I'll get the run in late, or at least get my run in late. Um, so if you caught up on the old or on those episodes or those live streams where I was doing the Couch to 5K program that Jeff Galloway and the Lolo Fit guys put together. It's a very easy run, walk, run program. And I wanted to talk a little bit about why run, walk, run, what the plan's going to be going forward here, and encourage you, if you are looking for a reason to get off the couch, if you may be new to running period or new to the run, walk, run method, then I wanted to, give you guys a little bit of layperson's information and encourage you to go check out some resources. And then, when I can get out there and pound the pavement, hopefully tomorrow, then maybe you want to come along with, or maybe you want to watch on replay. Hopefully the goal is to encourage you, motivate you, and help you get off the couch and meeting your fitness goals, whatever they may be. In this particular one, since everybody said they were interested in seeing the 10K program, I said, okay, I'll do the 10K program. So let's talk about broadly the run, walk, run method. This is pioneered by Jeff Galloway, the Olympian, the man, the myth, the legend. And he is so funny. He's an Olympian. He's America's coach. You've heard us talk about him plenty of times. If you've been a listener of the show for a while, you know that we have had him on the show a couple of times, and he's just incredible, super positive. And his run, walk, run method is a science-based approach to distance running for people of all skill levels. And what Jeff puts forward, and with his research-based training program, he really says, look, and I'm paraphrasing here. Jeff has entire books on this topic. I would encourage you to go check them out at jeffgalloway.com. But the the long story short is that he'll tell you that human beings are not really designed for long distance running. We're designed for short sprints of about 200 yards or so, and that's basically long enough to keep from being eaten and becoming food, or to capture and run down our own food. And this would allow us, like early man, to take down large animals by constantly running after them over periods of hours or even days till the animal was tired, and then they could, kill the animal and get it for food, or staying away from a saber-toothed tiger. So taking that approach and bringing it into running, modern day running, using your current fitness level, maybe what you're wanting to get to, he has devised these intervals that if you want to hit a certain per minute mile pace, you can do these intervals of running, walking, running, and you do so from the very beginning. You don't, wait until the end when you're tired. You do it from the beginning because you're keeping your energy stores for the end of the race, and you are keeping the buildup of lactic acid in your muscles and the fatigue down for the entire distance. And I see more people jumping in. I got Trip in the chat. I got Chris Darling in the chat, and Amy has jumped in. Please tell me that you're monitoring only when it's safe and you're at a full and complete stop. So I'm sure you are. Drive safe getting home. So anyway, that is Jeff's thought process and method in a nutshell. And your intervals can be really whatever works for you. And I see Susie in the chat too. Hey lady, welcome. Welcome. We are so his intervals can be whatever really works for you, and that can be as long as several minutes with just a minute or two of walking. It can be seconds. It doesn't have to be like 5 minutes running, 1 minute walking. It could be 50 seconds running, 10 seconds walking, and guess what, that's the exact same interval. And over time, theoretically, that would give you the exact same result. So that's what we're doing. We're taking an interval that's going to be incredibly approachable for novice runners, and I'm going to start with a very small interval, like we were doing during the Couch to 5K program, and that's going to be for the first week or so. It's going to be just a very easy 5-second run, 55-second walk. Then, I'm sorry, no, 10-second run, 50-second walk, 10, 50. I can't believe I messed that up. I'm doing a 1-to-5 ratio, 10-second run, 50-second walk for the first week. And what that is just to give you an idea of what you could be looking at here. So that is starting at the very beginning, walking for 50 seconds, then running for 10, then walking for 50, and so on until you've completed the whole run. Now, what's the plan actually look like? Well, this plan is very similar to the 5K program, and that is that you're only running 3 days a week, and that's 2 short runs during the week and 1 long run during the week. And what we're going to do is we're going to do short runs on Tuesday and Thursday. And again, ideally it'll be Tuesday and Thursday evenings, although scheduling afternoon and evening runs here in Florida may not be my best of plans, but we're going to give it a good try. Yeah, math, AIM, you're absolutely right. Not my strong suit. There's a reason I was a political science and history major in college, and it's not for my math skills. So the idea is that we're going to do our short runs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, our long runs on Saturday mornings. The short runs are what build up your speed. That really gets you working on your turnover, keeping your stride short, making sure that you're getting the right number of footfalls during your run segment so that you're keeping a good pace. And then your long runs, you can elect to do intervals, but you don't have to. The long run is designed to help you build overall endurance and get your body accustomed to the total distance and total time on your feet. So it's going to be a little bit more leisurely at the beginning. But what I thought we would do is start out over the course of this. It's a total of an 8-week program. However, technically, race day is week 7, day 3, even though it's a 8-week program. And the reason for that is that if race day is week 7, day 3, then week 8 is a maintenance week, just making sure that you're feeling good, keeping everything moving, and then kind of setting you up for the next step, whether that's going to be going for a longer distance or doing whatever it is you might want to do to maybe improve your time. And there is actually, both in the 5K and the 10K app, there's also a run a faster 5K or run a faster 10K. So we're going to be doing this program over the course of the next 8 weeks. Um, Really, and the goal here is very similar to what we were doing with 5K, which is a lot of you have talked about, I want to try running. I didn't come to the podcast as a runner. I wanted to, I liked the food and beverage. You guys are a lot of fun. We've gotten so much amazing feedback from everyone. But not everybody's a runner. And some people have given it a try and said, you know what, I don't hate this. So if we can do something to make that a little more approachable and give you some motivation or impetus to get out and get moving and do stuff, that's perfect. And maybe you've done the 5K. Maybe you did the couch to 5K along with me, or watching back or listening back and replay. And maybe you're like, all right, I'm ready to kind of try something else and maybe see if I can go a little further. And a 10K distance is kind of a nice next step. It's, between a 5K and a half marathon. Why not give that a shot? Well, this is going to give you the opportunity and show you that using short running intervals and walking intervals, you're going to actually be able to do that total distance and do so successfully and keep down fatigue and run in a manner that's enjoyable, and you're not gasping and panting for air at the end. And if you had a a running buddy with you, you could have a full conversation, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the camera with me, and I'm going to be out there, and you guys can keep me company, or I can keep you company, or vice versa. And hey, Megan, welcome. Yes, this is an impromptu sit down. If you are just joining, we did have an event scheduled that, like we said in the disclaimer of the event, it may be called on account of weather, and Mother Nature was um, not kind to us today. I've got a very scared dog at my feet. I've got another dog and two cats completely ignoring both of us, and it is still lightning outside. So sadly, that's one of those where we got to put it on pause. The other thing, just to kind of give everybody kind of the full look behind the curtain, is trying to plan to do something like this in the summertime is always tough. Amy and I have faced this in training for Wine and Dine over the years. A lot of times when we have our runs scheduled, we'll try to do them really early in the morning to beat the heat, or we'll have to do them later in the evening because of the afternoon thunderstorms that we get here in Southwest Florida. And that can be a bit challenging because um, I'm trying to do this as a video live stream. I can't run in the dark and be illuminated. with a light in my face because I can't see the road. So that's not safe or terribly smart. So an early morning run, and also not many people are going to be awake to watch, to watch. So that's not going to be the best option. And then same thing kind of goes for late at night. Once we get past sundown and into prime time, that gets a bit challenging. So I'm going to do my best to get these runs in the 6 o'clock Eastern hour, and that will give us a chance to knock it out. Hopefully, missing most of these afternoon thunderstorms. And like today, since we got rained out, I'm going to try to do it tomorrow, the next day. So the hour before our first Wednesday water chat, I'm going to go knock the run out with everybody, and then we can reconvene on the big red couch, maybe talk about it a little bit, talk about some other stuff. I know that we have a pretty big announcement, personal stuff that Amy is going to share, I think. Not that I'm giving too much away here. And yeah, Amy's pointing out this is great training leading up to the wine and dine weekend. Yes, that is we're doing, I believe, the 5K and the 10K is what we signed up for, if I'm not mistaken. I just go where and run where Amy tells me to run normally. So, you know, whatever she tells me, I just go and do. And that usually works. So yeah, that is ideally going to be great prep for that weekend. And Wendell is saying run, walk, run method changed my life. I got to tell you, Wendell, when I started we started running 12 years ago, 13 years ago, excuse me. And the I was never a big fan of running. I could do, in high school and college, I could do 7-minute miles for 3 miles, and I hated every minute of it. um, I never thought, and here the cat's coming to say hi. Um, I never thought that recreational running was going to be a sport I would pick up. And lo and behold, now 13 years later, here we are. But run, walk, run is something that has let us do distances and training in conditions that I don't think would have been nearly as enjoyable as it otherwise would have been. And I know that it's allowed me to train around other minor injuries and keep me going and make it something that's much more enjoyable. So I completely agree. I think that Jeff Galloway bringing this not just to recreational running for the masses, but also to professional running. A couple of years ago, they were encouraging runners in Boston to incorporate walk breaks due to the sheer heat that they were having. And seeing runners using the run, walk, run method and getting, qualifying times for the major races, I think is pretty incredible. Jeff himself, and that's something that I think is incredible. But I am appreciative of the fact that it opens up running, it enables more people, and it lets more people who would traditionally, who might not have the desire, not the desire, who might not have the confidence to go and complete a full race, actually get out there and attempt it and do it. And like many people have said to us, and it's something that we've adopted, miles are miles. And, that person who's running a 13 or 14-minute mile is out there doing the same distance as that person doing a 4-minute mile. And in some respects, it's a much harder time because they're having to spend more time on the road to do it. So you can't diminish that accomplishment for that person, and just what you encourage them to do the best that they can. So, for those that might be looking, whether live or on replay, if you're thinking about doing the distance running and you've been considering doing a couch to 5K, couch to 10K program, jump in. Now, let me be, full disclosure, this is not training that I'm offering. This is support. And I'm not a trainer. This is not a program that I am recommending. I'm just saying that this is what I am doing and encouraging you. If this is something that interests you, seek out the information about it. come along and do, what is going to work for you. And of course, the other disclaimer is before you undertake any exercise program, please consult a qualified medical professional. I am not a doctor. So, disclaimers, abound. Not a doctor, just a dude who's going to be running with a web camera going. That's all I am. So, you know, and oh, look at here, Rhonda. Right. And see, Rhonda's even saying I would have stopped running long ago without the Galloway method. And I can understand that. I can completely understand that, especially if you're starting out and running and you've made other mistakes, whether it's training mistakes, equipment mistakes, the big things, or what are seemingly small things that turn out to be big things, like proper shoe fit, getting the right tool for the job. I just think there's a lot that's really important. So, um, now, what I'm also going to be doing, because we have set this up in Facebook as a Facebook event, I'm trying that out because I don't think that we've ever done a Facebook event where it encourages you to broadcast directly to the event. What I'm probably going to do is take this exclusively to Facebook starting tomorrow and see how that works out with the equipment. I know that we can do StreamYard from the phone. However, I don't have an ability to do the multi streaming and send the video feed from Facebook directly into the event itself, at least on mobile. So, um, starting tomorrow, if we're able to do week one, day one, it'll be Facebook only, 6 p.m. Eastern, and going to give it a shot there and see how that works out. And I'm going to actually make an addendum or I'll do an extra event post so that we can actually host it in an event. So yeah, we're trying some new stuff out and we're hoping to see what works, what doesn't. And long story short is if we don't like the way that works, then I'll bring it back to StreamYard and then we can simulcast it on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. Unless I get a resounding, hue and cry from the Runcation Nation saying, no, we want it on all three platforms, in which case let me know, leave a comment so that we know what to do, because, it's not that important to us that we necessarily have the video in the event, but we thought that it might make it easier for people who are looking to find it. So anyway, that's the plan. Today called on account of apocalyptic lightning and weather. We're going to push week one, day one to tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the 15th of September, 2021, 6 p.m. Eastern time, weather permitting. We're going to be doing a short run that's about 26 minutes total with a 3-minute warm up and cool down, bookending that run. And we're going to be doing a 10-second run interval and a 50-second walk interval. That's a 1-to-5 ratio. It should be very approachable for everybody out there, regardless of skill level. I really hope that I can get some of you guys coming along with, whether live or in playback. And if you're going to do it in playback, please drop a comment and let me know. The number one goal is see if we can get some people out there and get them moving. And I see some more people jumping in the chat. Hey, Katie, how are you? Yes, safety first. Again, lightning bad. Also, shining a light in your face in the dark, also bad. So we're going to avoid both of those things. At least I'm going to do my best. So anyway, Amy's been dropping comments in there. We are planning on doing our Wednesday water chat. We're still calling it that because I can't have beer. Amy is allowed to have beer, but she is being a trooper and sticking with me on the 75 hard. Who knows? She may elect to do a beer tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Patty. Welcome. Yeah. So that's going to be tomorrow, 6 p.m. to about 6:40 is what that run should be, depending on whether or not Mother Nature cooperates. And then we'll be doing our our regularly scheduled Wednesday water chat from the Big Red Couch at 7, and then back in here on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter at 8 o'clock. So there you go, guys. Thank you. I hope that this gave you a little bit of an explanation as to what's going to go on over the next 8 weeks. I hope that you don't find this to be too daunting. I would encourage you, if you're interested in the run, walk, run method, go over to jeffgalloway.com. Jeff is not a sponsor of the show. This is just a resource that has meant so much to me and Amy over the years. If you're interested in the run, walk, run method, if you're interested in the science behind this, Jeff's got resources on his website. He's got his books. There's a lot that you can get access to that's 100% free. The app that I am using is, I believe, for iOS. I know for iOS for a fact. I believe it's also for Android. This is the Easy 10K app by Lolo, Lolo. If you do a search, you should be able to find that app, no problem. The logo is green and blue. And I am doing the Easy 10K program. All right. So I'll be posting photos and updates in the Facebook events. Please click on the Facebook events. Show me that you're interested. Show me that you're going to attend, whatever the case may be. We'd love to get that feedback. Let us know. We just wanted to provide this, kind of opportunity to get everybody out and moving. So let's do it. Oh, wait a minute. Yep. Me too, Patty. I had a 75 hard failure on day 68. I started over again. I hit 10 days, had another failure, and it's always on the small stuff. I've actually made all the workouts. It was the selfie on the second one, and it was the reading on the first one. And then I made the conscious choice to not do it during our recent trip to the Smokies, and I'm now back on it. So I'm on, I believe it's, hold on, I can literally tell you exactly what day I'm on right now. I am on day 1. Imagine that. It feels like I should be further along than that, but no, started over. Day 1, totally okay. And I'm sure you had some progress during the time that you were on it. So you just keep it up. Oh, day 47. I know the feeling. I could have kicked myself at day 68, let me tell you. So anyway, guys, tomorrow, please, if you got some time, 6 p.m. to about 6:45, we're going to be doing that week 1, day 1 run, and then trying to get back on schedule. So technically it'll be a Wednesday, back-to-back Wednesday and Thursday run, but we're going to keep those intervals really, really light, really easy, very conversational. And if you've never done the run, walk, run interval before, check it out. I think you're going to be really surprised at what a difference just a short run interval over the period of time in that run makes in your total time, your actual minute per mile pace. So check it out and give it a shot. Thank you for jumping in. Susie, thank you. Megan and Patty and Katie and Trip and everybody who jumped in. Amy, who's been helping to moderate the chat while safely parked and not moving her vehicle. The dog for agreeing with what I just said right there. So you absolutely should join us tomorrow. And if you can't make the run, please join us for the Wednesday night water chat from 7 to 8 on Instagram and 8 to 9 on everything else. So hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for jumping in. You guys have a great night.